Hi everyone, I'm Melina, and today I'm going to talk about how we can improve communication between departments at Library 21C through using Slack, a social technology service. Slack is a cloud-based real-time messaging and notification system. It's a way for staff members to communicate with each other instantly through a convenient desktop app. Here's a picture of the Slack interface. This is where employees send and receive messages. The speed and efficiency of Slack allows departments to effectively collaborate. So how does Slack work exactly? Well, Slack is mainly comprised of channels that are dedicated to certain topics. Employees can go to a specific channel and post related information. Everyone can see the information that was posted when they click on a specific channel. You can also send direct messages to individuals if need be. Our objective for using Slack is to increase communication between departments and, by extension, to increase communication between staff members and patrons. Slack provides staff with accurate, updated information, which will help staff quickly communicate information they have learned through Slack from each other to patrons. Here is some brief information about our library to get us thinking about why we should use Slack. Library 21C is one of the largest public libraries in the Pikes Peak Library District, located in Colorado Springs. The building itself has close to 100 employees. Of that 100 people, about 45 employees work in our public service departments, which consists of the Children's Department, Adult Services, Creative Services, and Circulation. To give you a quick snapshot of our clientele, the Pikes Peak Library District serves a population of about 460,000 people in Colorado Springs. Our library, which is located in the Briargate area, serves about 43,000 people. However, because our library is equipped with 2 makerspaces, a video studio, and a large event center, we are probably getting a lot of people who are from the Powers area out east, Northwest Colorado Springs, and Northeast Colorado Springs. Because of our location relative to the various northern neighborhoods, Library 21C gets a lot of foot traffic, which means that we are providing services to a lot of people on a daily basis. A large portion of information we give out is directional for programs and events happening in the building. This chart shows the breakdown of daily programs by department. Adult, children's, teen. On average, our library hosts 10 to 12 programs in the building per day between all of the public service departments. That's not including outside events and room reservations. With so many programs going on at once, it's crucial for staff to be able to effectively communicate with each other and with our patrons about the location, time, and details of these programs. So why use social technology to aid in internal communication? As you can see in this graph, employees tend to spend a lot of time with email and tracking down information. According to the McKinsey Global Institute, the average worker spends about 28% of the work week managing email, and nearly 20% looking for internal information or tracking down colleagues who can help with specific tasks. Social technologies like Slack can help speed up the time it takes employees to find information. Additionally, employees can suffer from what researchers call email overload, or the pressure to manage a vast amount of emails, which can lead to stress. Another cause of stress comes from digging for information in your email. Slack offers a way for employees to communicate quicker than they would in email. It also reduces email digging and the stress that comes with it. Finding internal information quickly is crucial to librarians and library support staff who work on public service desks with the general public. Slack offers fast, easy, and immediately accessible information. Employees can spend less time searching for information in emails. And it's a major help to library staff on public service desks who often need information quicker than they could find through email digging or through finding a fellow staff member. It's also important to mention that library subs who don't have access to email correspondence would also be able to gain immediate information through Slack. Here are some other advantages to using Slack. Slack offers free service to companies through its basic package. Everyone has access. All public service employees can post and receive information. Managers can quickly relay information. And Slack has a mobile app, which is beneficial for shelvers who do not have immediate access to a computer while they're on the floor, but can still get updates if they have a smartphone. Here are some examples of how public services can utilize Slack. Employees can relay information regarding changes and updates to venue locations, program details, and program times. Additionally, managers can post immediate schedule changes to Slack to get the word out quickly. So now that you know a little bit more about Slack, here's the strategy we would use to implement the service. Our first step is to organize a Slack implementation team, SIT. This team would have 4 or 5 members, each representing a public service department. Next, the team will create a Slack account and discuss channel topics with their respective departments. The team will then create marketing materials to get the word out and increase employee buy-in. Later, the team will train all employees who use Slack. And finally, Slack will go live at the public service desks. We will also have an assessment period, which I will talk about later. Marketing is one of the most important steps for the Slack team. We have to get employees to want to use Slack. One way to do that is to create an infographic with tidbits about Slack that we could print and hang in employee break areas. Another way is to create small laminated signs to put at staff desks, like this example I have here. This would encourage and remind staff to try out Slack. The team will also generate reminder emails about the upcoming training and possibly create a doodle poll to ensure maximum participation at the training. As far as training goes, the Slack team will show our public service employees how to use the interface, best practices, and what type of information is best suited for Slack. The team will host a 2-hour training session for all public service employees, and more sessions can be scheduled if needed. So when will all this happen? Well, here's a timeline for implementation. We will organize the Slack team by next month around August 12th. Then in September, the team will discuss channel topics with their departments. The team will also be creating marketing materials in September, posting them by October 1st. By October, we want to have the training session with the public service employees. And November 1st is the goal date for Slack to be ready to use at the public service desks. Here are some general guidelines for using Slack once it's live. Each staff member will check for relayed information on Slack once every hour, which takes less than 2 minutes. Follow-up time can be as quick as 5 minutes. Managers will post departmental schedules daily to Slack to keep everyone on the same page. Further down the road, Slack will be updated quarterly by the Slack team to change certain settings if necessary. We will have an assessment period from December to January to see how things are going. Staff will submit feedback via online survey about their likes and dislikes about Slack by December 1st. The Slack team will use Slack Analytics to measure data such as total messages sent. The team will compile the data and draw conclusions based on the survey results and Slack Analytics by January 2nd. Findings will be presented by January 24th, and staff will decide whether or not to keep using Slack by the end of January. If Slack is working well for employees, the team will then create an assessment to measure Slack's influence on staff-patron communication. So, to recap, Slack is an instant notification system that can help aid in internal communication within and across departments. The plan going forward is to basically do a trial period for using Slack and to assess usage towards the end of the year. Later, the team will measure customer satisfaction about how quickly staff members are able to find general information for patrons. If you have any questions now or in the future, please contact me. I'm looking forward to us trying something new to boost communication at Library 21C. Thank you.